There we go. Thank you for that. Well, I'm good as soon as I know that we've got people in the room, Alex.
So I think we're all good in the room here. Can you hear me okay?
Can hear you great. We got the public in.
Yeah, we have right now, there's 12 attendees and I think I promoted you all. I have an attendee I need to promote, the mayor.
All right, let's get the mayor in here and then we can call this thing to order. As fate would have it, we can't go forward without the mayor. Hey, Diane.
He's in the room, by the way. I don't know if you can pick him up on the one camera angle.
I see him now. Okay, let's call this party to order at 7:02. A couple minutes behind. I go by my computer clock. So in today's world, having called it to order, if I could get a roll call.
Vice President Diane Law.
Here.
I muted it.
You get it?
Kevin Collins.
Yeah.
Matt Castillo.
Here.
Norma Greco.
Here.
Adam McDowell.
Here.
And Valerie Renthaler.
Here.
And Mayor Paul Gamerat.
Here.
And of course, the president.
I'm still here, despite many attempts. So having said that, I suppose we can all rise, if you're able, for the Pledge of Allegiance, and then we can begin our meeting. I pledge allegiance
To the flag
of
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Hoorah. So it took like a year and a half, but we actually kind of timed it that time. That wasn't bad for us. I'm impressed by that. Well, welcome to October. Fall is upon us, as we know, along with all the other kind of minor colds and coughs. It's not a corona space, but it's still a cold and cough out here. So everybody make sure you take care of yourselves. So as we always do, main reason that we get together outside of our official business is to hear from our public. And so we will begin with public comment. Again, it is 3 minutes. This is certainly open to any conversation. It will not be on the record for the purposes of the public hearing. But if you have a comment, we are always here to listen and to see what we can learn from you. When you do speak, remember you have 3 minutes. Please state your full name and your address. That being the case, I will look for folks. You can press the raise your hand, and then the borough manager can promote you, at which time you'll have the opportunity to comment. And so I will turn it to the borough manager if we have anybody who is looking to comment.
Mr. President, at this moment, I don't see anyone. We do have one call-in user, and I can allow them to talk in case they were here to speak this evening.
I do see call-in user number 1. Call-in user, if you would like to speak, you've been promoted. You have the capacity to unmute yourself and speak. If not, we will move forward. Okay, so it's a quiet day for this part. I assume folks have comments in other spaces. That being the case, then I don't see any other hands. I'm going to close public comment. That was a quick one for us. And we will move on to the ordinary items of the day. This begins with the minutes.
Mr. President, I move to accept the meeting minutes from the Monday, September 13, 2021 regular council meeting.
Second.
Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And the minutes are accepted without opposition. I don't believe you did both of those, did you? Or did I just not hear it properly?
Well, we had one meeting.
Yeah.
That was the regular meeting, and the first meeting of that month was we
That's
were
right.
unable to have.
Yeah, we had to,
Never mind me. Don't listen to me. I have no idea what I'm doing
Okay.
here. I'm just randomly here. I don't know. Somebody told me about some Zoom meeting and I clicked on it. Moving forward,
Hey, Mr.
on to
President.
Treasury and Bills.
Mr. President, I move to accept the Treasury report for the month ending September 30th, 2021, and also move to direct the finance officer to pay the bills for the Borough of Churchill accrued since September 13th, 2021.
Second.
Matt, you are the second king.
yeah,
Any discussion? As a matter of course, any amount over the amount of 15,000 we always read, even though now it's kind of published in front of you. I will still read it, and as you can see, because of our staff's wonderful job that they do more than even that, they really make available to you as much as they can. That being the case, though, this month we have a small amount for A. Libroni Incorporated, $232,348.25, which is the paving of which looks like $27,374.10 was reimbursable. If I'm reading the line correctly, because it's kind of blurred together. Gateway Engineers, the amount of $61,443.34.
Mr. President,
was that off on the line?
That $27,374 is reimbursable on that charge, that line.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it. I wasn't sure from where the line is. I appreciate that. We have Jet Jacket, $56,392. Again, that's part of the storm sewer project. Then I've got the state pipe service. That's in the same line. This is a little off for me today. And $39,674.21. I don't know if it's just my computer. Then I've got Churchill Volunteer Fire on the amount of $16,294.36. Again, that's a pass-through payment. And then Bigliotti Landscape and Construction in the amount of $16,091.76. And that's for September's DPW work. Is there any other discussion on either the Treasury report or the motion to pay the bills? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Bills get paid, reports accepted. This moves us forward to the mayor's report. Before we take a motion on that, Mayor, if you'd like to read your report, we're happy to hear it.
Yes, thank you. Unfortunately, tonight, as you know, our chief was involved in an incident while on duty and has been injured. And right now he's off of work. He just had a second surgery last Friday. He's unable to prepare his report for this evening. I did talk to him though. He's home resting. He was going to come in. I said, don't worry about it. We'll make it through the evening meeting without the report. So as soon as I get something from him, I'll be sure to pass it on to council. Thank you.
Fair enough. I appreciate that. We will move forward then to item number 7.
Mr. President, I would make a motion to approve Resolution 4526 of the Borough of Churchill, authorizing the Borough President and Borough Secretary to execute the signing of the consent order and agreement from Allegheny County Health Department and to forward the signed consent order agreement to the Allegheny County Health Department in a timely manner.
Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. Discussion?
So I'll jump in on discussion here. This consent order was received and reviewed in the Infrastructure Committee meeting last week. We did go through it in great detail with Gateway Engineers. Dennis, went over everything. There's a couple of things that Gateway is going to, I think, bargain with Allegheny County on, a couple of things that they think were included that shouldn't be on our flows, et cetera. So, I know that will be coordinated, but it should not affect the overall signing of the order.
Excellent. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And the motion is approved without opposition. This moves us to number 8.
I motion to designate times for Halloween 2021, October 31st, 2021, which is on a Sunday.
Halloween is back, people. Can I get a second?
Second.
Thank you. Any discussion?
I think that's what we're going to discuss now, times.
So I think as part of the discussion would be times.
Yes, indeed.
What do we typically do?
What are we, it's been, I'm a little off
If I
my
could-
block, but we've been like 6.
5 to 7?
Yeah, 5 to 7, I think it's about right.
5
Yeah,
to
normally-
7 is, yeah.
I was gonna say, if I
Normally
could
hits
chime-
dark. What's that?
Or is it
Go ahead,
earlier?
Paul.
if I could chime in, I know last year because of the COVID,
Yeah.
I believe it was a little earlier in the day.
It was.
And, and,
Mhm.
and we set up things out to drive. I think that really worked out well
3 to 5?
for kids to just walk along the, the roadway and not have to come up to your house. But
Yeah.
it was light out when I mean, I don't know how everyone else feels about it, but
Yeah.
I thought that was a good time to have. It's probably maybe ending around 7:30.
Do we know
This is
what the
getting
other
dark.
communities are doing?
That was gonna be
I
my
think
next
last year we
question.
coordinated with Forest Hills.
I don't know what their hours are this year,
Yeah.
or
Same here.
Wilkins. both. Hmm.
So we
I think
did go
traditionally
very,
it was, yeah, go ahead.
we did go very early last year because
We
of
did.
COVID. It was a little earlier than I think some people liked.
Was
I
it 4
think
to 6, Jay?
I think it was, yeah, actually earlier than that even. I think
Yeah,
it was-
4 to
yeah,
6, I think.
and
Maybe
I
we could
think
go
so-
back to 5 to 7.
Yeah, I think, these going down of the sun at the very end for just enough for kind of the older kids that are like 11-ish, but not being too late for like the 14-year-olds to
Mhm.
run
Yeah.
amok, if you will. And I love every 14-year-old out there, but when it gets about 9 o'clock, I don't need the kids running
Yeah.
around.
Okay.
But I'm trying to remember what our actual, I mean, it tells you what the COVID world is. I've trick or treated
know.
every year was with my
I
kids.
think it was
put on
4
costumes.
o'clock last year.
Yeah,
Started-
last year was I think was
4 to
a bit
6.
Yeah,
of an anomaly though.
it's a little bit early.
So we'll-
You're pretty
Oh.
sure it's pretty much laid out the whole time.
I think it was 2. And I feel better with the COVID thing if it's not dark at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because, yeah, it's going to be dark earlier by the end of the month.
Mhm.
Now, personally, like I
Yeah.
said, I like setting up at the end of the driveway.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
thought that was a good
Right.
system.
We have a motion
that's
on
my
the
opinion.
floor. It's for 7 or it was.
There's no time. We have not set up a time.
Oh, okay.
I'm okay with 5 to 7.
Yeah. Well, I'd rather
I
do
can
4
live
to
with it.
6. I think it's gonna be too dark.
I don't love 4 to 6 and that working parents, it makes it a little more challenging.
It's Sunday though.
Yeah, true. That's
Seems
still,
early.
I'll go along with what everybody
I
else
don't know.
wants.
4 to 6 seems just a little bit too early
I
for
think
me.
the Steelers
Okay.
are up in Cleveland at 1 o'clock, so I don't think there'll be any Steeler traffic.
So what are we thinking? Are we okay with 5 to 7?
Well, it's 7:14 now and
Yeah,
it's
but-
dark outside. So
Yes.
by October 30th, it'll be plenty dark.
Why don't we want darkness?
I'd like it right before it gets about dark. I think it kind of
Mhm.
sunset. That's how we've always kind of done it. And I think the kids kind of like it, And
Yeah.
I'm talking about the kids that I know on my block. I've got a big block of kids, so
Mm.
I can only go by what the people want. By people, I mean young little people who probably don't know what's best for them anyway. But
I'm good with 5 to 7.
5 to 7's fine.
I think 5 to 7.
5 to 7's fine.
I mean, you'll make my daughter happy. That's all I can say. As you know, she sets a lot of policy for me. So, all right. Any other discussion then?
Just to add, looks like Wilkinsburg is doing 5 o'clock start.
What about Forest Hills?
I couldn't find
Couldn't
anything.
find Forest Hills.
Neither could
Okay,
I.
because we coordinated last year with them.
Yeah, the other thing to be, just to kind of reinforce kind of the 5 o'clock space. One of the lessons I think we've learned in the past is not to be the outlier. When we've been the outlier, we were like swamped with people, right? And that became its own challenge. So I think in a lot of ways, it's better to be kind of on scale, on time with everyone else. So just a kind of point to make.
Forest Hills is doing 6 to 8, it looks like.
6 to 8 seems a
Oh,
little.
yeah, yes. 6 to 8 p.m.
Wow.
I'm good with 5 to 7. I think 6 to 8 in my original statement about like if you were working made sense, but as Diane said, it's a Sunday. because 6 to 8 seems like you're starting and the sun's already,
Forest Hills can have the last hour.
yeah, they can. And you know, we have a lot of little kids, you know, who they come the very first wave, and I don't know how it is for other folks, but you know, my block with the gazillion kids, and we have a whole new brood of kids now. And so they make that sunshine run because their kids are too little. So I really don't want them having to go out when it's already starting to get dark.
Yep, 5 to 7. Okay.
5 to 7 it is then. Any other discussion?
Mhm.
Okay, go ahead. All
We're
right,
just
all
talking
in
about
favor?
daylight savings. We're good.
Do we
Okay.
need to amend the motion to put the time on it now, or does it matter?
Gavin?
I mean,
Are you my,
technically, you probably should if everyone agrees, and
Okay.
you don't have to make this overly formal here.
all right, so,
I will do it. I motion to set the time for Halloween 2021, October 31st, 2021, which is on a Sunday between 5 and 7 p.m.
for clarity, you are voting to amend the existing motion to add the time?
Yes.
And the time
Second
being
on
5 to
the
7?
amendment.
Excellent. All in favor of the amendment?
Aye.
Opposed? So the amendment now has been added to the motion. At this point, unless there's additional debate, we can close debate and vote on the motion now, which includes the time, which is 5 to 7. All in favor of the motion on the floor for October 31st from 5 to 7 for Halloween?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? And Halloween is set. We're back on the Halloween. I'll drag out all my stuff from my attic and scary up the house again. Outstanding. Okay. At this time, I think we can move forward to any reports or discussion that folks have either from committee or from events that have taken place. And so I will turn it over and see if anybody has anything to report.
I'll get us started real quick. The infrastructure committee had our meeting. I think our next upcoming meeting is going to be November 9th. We're going to have a guest speaker from Zero Commute Architecture that did the ADA study for the building to go over that with the committee. That's all.
Excellent. Thank you. Anything else to report? I'm going to ping Diane for the groundbreaking. No. And then I'll get out of your hair.
Yeah, last Tuesday. I'm sorry, I've lost days in the week.
We all have.
Last Tuesday, we had a wonderful experience at the Blackridge Civic Association Park, which is where the replacement pipe for the pump station at the end of Collins Road is going to begin and go across the Allegheny Land Trust property to connect with the Penn Hills sewer system. We had at that event a number of dignitaries and people who had really supported us in getting this project. Our Congressman Mike Doyle, State Senator Jay Costa. We had representatives from Alcosan. And Alex, am I forgetting anyone?
Was the ALT there?
I said Mike Doyle. Yeah. Oh, Allegheny Land Trust people were there, and so was a representative from the Blackridge Civic Association and a number of our council members. So it was a lovely event. It was a lovely fall day, and things were positive. And what this does is to point out the fact that our borough has now received the largest series of grants that we've ever either applied for or gotten. And it's thanks to all those people who supported us. And happy.
Thank you. Happy, joy indeed. Any other reports? Outstanding.
Excuse me, Mr. President, if I could just add on to what Diane said. I know I talked to Donna Perry. She had seen some of the pictures from the, and she was happy to see that it come to fruition to have that started. And I did mention there that Alex did made mention of her
Sure.
helping out over the years to get us to that point. She was very happy to hear that, and because she put a lot of time into it as well. So I just want to go on record, say that.
Great point. It's been a long, hard battle to get to where we are. I will say that now. So I appreciate everybody's work on it.
Also, I want
What?
I got you. I muted.
My batteries are going dead, sorry. Yeah.
It's okay. He was just unmuted. That's why Kevin was
I failed to mention, of course, that Dennis Flynn also attended, as well as other members of the staff at Gateway. And these are the folks that are actually making it happen. So they're the last people that I should have forgotten. I'm sorry, Dennis. They've done fantastic work on this and will continue to.
Yeah, I was just gonna give a quick update too, that the contractor will actually be out there starting tomorrow, beginning with the drilling work associated with that project, and anticipates completion before the end of the year, and is even shooting for completion prior to Thanksgiving.
outstanding. Things are moving here. Things are moving. It's a small little town, but we're trying to get it done right. Try to keep things flowing, if you will.
Jay,
Yes,
so I had to trade microphones.
Not a problem.
Also mentioned at the occasion was the fact that besides Donna Perry, who did a heck of a job getting this thing going, past council members, specifically Rick Klein and Larry Lapidi, did an awful lot of work toward this project as well. So I just wanted to mention that.
thank you. Good point. As the sewer committee worked hard for a long time, and Rick particularly and Larry, but Rick particularly worked really hard in sewer committee space. So I think it's a fair statement to make. So is there anything else to add? Okay. Well, let me say before we adjourn that we will have the continuation. This will be number 13, I believe, of the public hearing on the proposed site and the conditional use. This will take place at 8 o'clock on the same Zoom link. So you do not need to change your kind of Zoom link. Basically, we may go black for a minute in terms of our screens go off, but we will be back at 8 o'clock. So you can stay, come back right to it, click right on it, and we'll all be right back here. And we will continue with, I believe, the public comment portion of this hearing. And at that point, I will turn it over to Mr. Rob, and I don't have to run the meeting. So at this time, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Thank you. Is there a second?
A second.
Like James said, Matt, see you all in 30 or 40, 35 minutes. 35 minutes. Sounds good. Take care, everyone.